Got cut off there for a second. So for all these planets, you probably want to know some things about them. They all revolve around the sun, so you need to know the difference between revolution, which is the orbit. And for all the planets, we talk about that as Earth years. Some of them take hundreds of Earth years to get around the sun. And then rotation, which is the spin on their axis. And we talk about those in terms of Earth days. Some planets take hundreds of Earth days to spin around once on their axis. But Earth is our frame of reference, so we compare every planet to Earth. So revolution is orbiting a star, rotation is spinning on its axis. And all the planets are always, in any celestial body, is going to be half illuminated by the sun and half dark. And so that rotation is also related to their day length, because when you're on the light side, it's daytime. When you're on the dark side, it's nighttime. There's some other objects called comets orbiting the sun, and they have much wider orbits. Like you'd have all the planets within a certain radius of the sun, and then comets might take a much wider path. Halley's Comet passes Earth every 80 or so years. But when they get near the sun, it's important to know that their tail points away from the sun, and this is due to solar wind. And comets are just little balls of dust and gas orbiting the sun. Okay, so each of the planets has some kind of important things to know about it. I'm just going to go through each one and just mention something. There's more in your notes, but I'm going to give you some keys right here. So Mercury is the smallest planet, and it has the fastest orbit and the shortest orbit around the sun. There is Venus, and that is considered Earth's twin. We've got planet Earth, and they're about the same size. That's why they call them twins. Venus is a very different place. It's very hot due to the runaway greenhouse effect. A very thick atmosphere causes heat to get trapped on Venus. Earth, as you know, has life, such as us, and water in all three phases. Mars is next. Mars is called the red planet, and that's due to iron, the element Fe, in its crust. After Mars is Jupiter. Jupiter's got the storm, kind of got some stripy things going on. Has the giant storm that's been raging for as long as we've been looking at it. It's called the Great Red Spot. Saturn. Saturn is the ringed planet. Even though all gas giants have some rings, Saturn is famous for its rings. And both Jupiter and Saturn have a whole bunch of moons, numbering 60 or more for each. And they keep adding new moons for both. Uranus, its ring system is vertical because it's rotating on its side. Uranus rotates at a 90-degree angle from its orbit. All the other planets, they're kind of rotating in the same direction-ish as their orbit. You know, Earth has the 23.5-degree tilt that causes the seasons. Uranus has a 90-degree rotation from its orbit. So its poles are essentially on the equator. And then you've got the last one, Neptune. Neptune is blue from the methane in its atmosphere.